Oh. Hi, hello. Hi, hello. She's to meet you. I'm still fucking sick. Hi. I'm still sick. I don't know. I'm just gonna yap for an hour. I still showed up. I got my participation badge. Okay? Okay. Hi, hello. Hi, how are you guys doing? I'm not doing good. Uh, I guess me having diarrhea now, diarrhea means it's getting worse. Maybe. Or maybe that was the end of it. And that was my body expelling everything. Maybe. I'm still on top chat. Also, hi Lulu, thank you for the wade. It just popped up right now. Hydrate, I am. I have my gallon of water. Tummy stopped hurting afterwards, so I think that's a good sign. That's a good sign, right? No top chat, it's live or top chat, okay? And they always have it default top, even though I have a plugin that's supposed to make it live chat. The legs are floating around. I don't want to fix that. I'm technically hovering in space, do not think about that. Do not think about how I'm hovering in space on top of a JPEG. I'm totally laying on a beanbag right now. And I totally got the right, whatchamacallit, angles, perspective. Sorry, my brain's frying. You actually don't have a thermometer or whatever? I can't even tell if I'm, like, dying, from the inside. Bring her feet paws. Don't look at my weird, fucked up, shoes. Thank you. Put one of those on the throne. I don't need, I don't need it. I'll be fine. My body will win. My body will win. Anyways, yeah, what the fuck's been going on? I got 3 hours of sleep, even though I tried to sleep for I don't know how long, and then I was up for a bit, and then I went back to bed, and I got 2 more hours. So I'm running on 3-4 hours of sleep. Not a lot. Apparently, the Great Lolly War is starting up again. It's like, oh boy. That had to start right before the new model, huh? Right before the new model. Oh god, look at the arms. Ah. Yeah, the anti-lolly people, yeah, they're the, Epstein disciples. Same with the Yuri, enjoyers. They're the disciples of Epstein. I don't even know what are they, like, going crazy spreading about this time? Does anyone know? Or is it literally just the same loop? Is it the same loop? I don't see it on my feed. I saw a little bit. Okay. My algo on Twitter keeps trying to feed me Epstein stuff. And stuff about the Jays. I got it to give me art again for a little bit. But then it instantly swapped right back over. And I'm like, motherfucker. Motherfuckers. I want cool art. I want weird, cool art. I do slightly care. And I think that's why they keep feeding it to me. But I'm, like, forced beating this algo like it's my wife. It will give me the nice Japanese art. Oh yeah, there's like a shit ton, yeah. Which, haha. Ha ha ha. I probably shouldn't touch on that, at least not too early in the stream, even though this is gonna be an hour. No, I'm not Why are you obsessed with, like, Epstein's, Sino? Do you have something to tell us? Your name in the file, Sino? AI algo slap, but there's cream that shits on top. You can gaslight it into giving it what you want. Again, you just have to beat it. No, we're not all Epstein. We're not Tatters. Maybe you are. Apparently your family eats babies or something. I believe it. But yeah. I don't know. Do we even want to, like, touch on that? I think everyone's, like, beat that dead horse. It's, I don't know if you know. This pose is weird, but the other late poses were weirder. Hold on. No McDonald's, yeah. I always had a suspicion, but I'm like, yeah, no, that's real. I'm not touching that slop no more. I ain't risking it. This one's weird. And then this one's like, I gotta shit myself. Like, look at this. It's not made for this model. OMG, chat. OMG. You know what? This one's accurate, because I'm dying. The dude taking a single bite, he nibbled on the bun, yeah. People are coping, they're like, oh, CEOs are just autistic like that. And it's like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Don't look into how they find teeth in McDonald's hamburgers. Don't look into that. They are soulless, but he was fearful of that hamburger. The plush? I don't have a plushy 3D model. There's soy people take bites, but he should have taken more than one bite, honestly. I don't think that was a human, I'm gonna be honest. Here, that's another fun topic. Do you believe there's, like, skinwalkers, non-humans, that look like humans walking among us? I'm not talking like lizard people, I'm talking like husks, right? There's nothing in them. They just exist. I guess that would be like NPC mentality. They're just, whatever. Well, that's just what happens when you replace water with soy. But they put soy in there now? How the fuck am I getting a water filter that removes the soy? I don't know. Maybe the NPC is just like what happens when you have to like cope and like deal with reality and you just shut down. Maybe that's it. I do believe in the schizos versus the psychopaths. I believe in that. Us schizos, we gotta do something. We can't be suppressed. We can't be suppressed. They live as a documentary. I mean, in their own bodies, instead of being mostly water, it's mostly soy. Well, have we tested for that? I know men have very low testosterone nowadays. Which I think... Okay, everyone elect me in 20 years to get into the government, and then I'll put testosterone in the water. I'll get those levels back up, and then men will stop being little bitch babies. And you'll all stop watching VTubers. Ow!
At Dark Knight Nomad said Skinwalker's easy to kill. Wendigos are tough as far as I know.
Okay, wait. Wendigos are what happens when you eat people, right? So, the elites by definition are already Wendigos. Right? By definition. Eat people in the winter? Yeah, but they just eat people anyways. So they're Wendigos. Also, I fucking hate people are like, oh my god, you can't say Wendigo. Oh. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, why are you protecting that mythos more than any other one? Huh? Do you even know about the Thunderbird, motherfucker? No, you don't. You don't know shit. Yeah, people are really defensive about Wendigo. Because, okay, the mythos with Wendigos is you're not supposed to speak its name because it invites evil, right? Like, a Wendigo is, like, the most purest evil, like, thing. Because it, like, eats people. It's like when someone eats someone, they reject, like, humanity, and they turn into a beast monster evil. My culture's not your costume. Tatters, I thought you labeled me as Native American. Which is it? Look at my legs. I don't know how to fix my legs. It's just like in real life. I'm every single race at once. I am the American mutt. Cultures me scamming casinos and counting cards. What's another topic we can talk about? Oh. When I was awake after getting 1 hour sleep, I was looking at VGen. Because I was like, should I commission, like, art to get, like, a new icon? Because, like, the debut, and it's kind of like, oh, a refresher. I was looking at VGen, because it's easier, and then I can, like, get my money back if they fuck me over or something. And I'm like, it's so hard to find someone that can do, like, a nice, cute, like, lolly-esque face that's round. It's all pointy or, like, too Western. And I found some people, but then they're super pricey. Right? I don't know. Why not use your model? I don't know. I like art. I think just your model as your icon is boring. I think it's boring. You get a background, you don't even see the background though. Because it's just the face. Model is art, but I want unique art that isn't just staring you down. I like, cool styles. I don't know. I know Broline changed his to, like, pogging. I'm not a Wendigo, I don't eat people, I don't eat McDonald's anymore. Buy some art for yourself? Yeah. I found this one person that does really good gothic. And they, like, have a like, nice, like, priced chibi. I was like, huh. I wonder if I should get, like, commercial rights and, like, commission him. And then make it a goth punk raimAI keychain or something. But then I had to think about a pose. Right? I gotta think of a pose. I do not eat Applejack. It's not canon. I don't know. I overthink commissioning art because I know as an artist myself, it's better to go in with an idea instead of let the person just do it because you're gonna get something blah. You need to give them a little input. I mean, can you say pose when a bunch? No. You're like weirdly obsessed with things, you know. You should look into that. The hero should be the Dorito, the model? What? What did you say, Lulu? What did you mean? Non-canon adventures of Raimacon and other stories. Okay, my viewers like to have head canons. Dorito should be the icon. I don't know if the Dorito is iconic enough. Because a lot of people have the Dorito. You don't know what the new Dorito looks like on the live duty. They'll still use this one, right? And the other one. Sadly, the new live 2D model does not have this outfit yet. I need to save up money for that. Shut up, no, don't mention that. Well, the eyes on the shirt as an icon? Maybe. Your portrait is pretty good, yeah, but it's like, I've had it for almost 3 years. Sometimes you gotta change. And literally someone gave, like, while talking, discussing, like, debut, like, what to do, blah, 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 with someone, it's like, yeah. Basically, it's gonna be a complete refresh in people's minds, even though you're gonna be the same and, like, whatever. So it's best to change everything at once. Right? Because VTuber fans are autistic and we all hate change, right? Even though it's literally just a nice, like, fancy live 2D of the design you already fucking know. Oh yes, the Gooner. How is this Gooner, huh? Huh? This isn't Gooner. It literally covers more skin than the default outfit, Sinnoh. You know, sometimes hate is justified. Sometimes. I'm charging back my subscriptions. You can't do that. That won't affect me, Tatters. That literally won't affect me. They won't take it from my pocket. Well, speaking of that, it's always funny when people think I make a lot more than what I actually make by streaming. I don't make that much. And I like to ground people, especially other streamers, right? Other content creators, other VTubers. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I don't really, money max. So this is my, budget, and they're like, oh. And then I don't have to pay too much for, merchandising. Right? Because you're like, listen, buddy, it takes me a month to make this, and they're like, oh, okay. I see. Streaming don't really make money. What was it? Okay. So if you have 100 CCV on average, you get over $1,000. Average, right? This is like like whatever. And I'm like nerfing the number a lot because it's 1,000 like 500 or something. But I'm gonna like just round it around, right? So every 100 viewers, you make about $1,000 per month. Wow, you're rich. I don't have 100 CCV. This is CCV. 1,000 a month. Yeah. So 100 concurrent viewers, not like all around viewers. Live in the moment viewers. That's the average, right? Of course, you can make less or more depending on if you have whales or not, if you incentivize people spending money on you and stuff like that, right? And again, I'm rounding the number down. It's actually higher. Again, I think it's like 100, 1,000, like 500. Well, I'm just gonna fucking lowball it. There's something in my teeth. Okay. Maybe it's on welfare. I would make more money on welfare. I need to have, what was it, 13 children with a certain religious whatever, and then I can be on welfare and they'll pay for it. Okay, why can they get that much welfare and I'm literally dying? Turn a VTuber daycare. Wait, what? Yeah. For a fake healthcare okay, that's a little harder. It was promised to me. They're gonna check my blood. Okay. My sister gave her DNA to whatever the fuck it was, like 23andMe. So they technically already have my DNA. And they will know I'm not part of their tribe, okay? Hello, cute model. Hi. Hi, hello. Hi, hello. I'm dying. Cat still pulls mad supers because she got a few whales to send her. Yeah. Don't die. I might have purged it from my body. I don't know. We'll see. I only got 3 hours of sleep, but you know. Not being sick, I'm trying. They activated the anti-white woman beam. They're trying to kill me. It's weird. I don't know. US Gov is still
At
funding.
Dark Knight Nomad said US Gov is still funding Taliban. It's high treason.
Oh, I never fixed that. Or it doesn't say your message. I miss when I loved Michael Cat. You're not gonna fix Michael Cat. You can't fix her. Had the perks so the white woman beam doesn't hit me. They're trying to kill me. You look like you're the client. I'm just laying on a beanbag, okay? Your Mexican particles bounce the beams off. Well, you're next, Lulu. You're next. Well, technically, they already got you. That's a spicy topic. No. Her ex thought he could fix her and you saw what happened? Yeah. I don't even know if he wanted to fix her. I don't even know. Which was insane too, because he was like a BFE streamer. And I'm telling you, if they do GFE or BFE, they have to have experience to be so good at it. Okay? Oh yeah, speaking of like the model and stuff, I need to make the fancy thumbnail. I have the placeholder thumbnail that I'm gonna fuck around with slightly. So that thing will like randomly update with slight differences. Good luck. Not fix a crazy girl. All you can do is enable her bad habits from a distance by sending her your paycheck. It depends on what they have and the severity of it. And if they want to be fixed. That's a big thing. Do they want to be fixed? You can't lead a horse to water and force it to drink. You can't lead a Menhera girl to her medication and force her to take it. No, it's only been 30 minutes. You can't trick me. The only fixable ones are the ones who are asking for advice and actively believe when you give the advice. They have to self-reflect. If they're not willing to self-reflect, then it's Jover. That's what I always look for when people, right? I think that's like how I vibe check people. Is that they show they can self-reflect a little. And if they can do it a little bit, that means work can be done. Teach people how to self-reflect. You just ask why. Ask yourself, why do I do this? Why did I do that? And like, yeah, you just ask yourself whys. You go down that, like, train of thought. Right? And you just don't go, oh, it's because external. Sometimes internal. But internal happens because of external. And you gotta say, what can I do to get away from external or change external? So internal get better. That's why I knew Spino was fixable, but unfortunately I overestimated him and he fell down a pit. Well, the issue with Spino, okay. This is another spicy topic. There's a big issue where people will try to turn others into lolcows, right? And then there's like, when they become a lolcow, then there's a group of people that want them to kill themselves, right? And they'll push for that really hard. So you're fighting against people that want him to get worse and want him to die, right? And that's like hell. That's like really fucked up. That happens a lot in like VTuber fandom like communities. Because right, we're all slightly tism or something wrong with us. That's why we like anime woman streaming. Or too retarded, yeah. See, I always say, okay, sometimes some people are just too autistic for their own good, and you can't do anything about it. And it's best to not have them around, right? Because other people are going to not mesh well with them, they're not going to mesh well with other people, and all this other type of stuff. And it's like a sad reality, but some people are just too autistic for their own good. Yeah, apparently Spindle's really good at like, what was it? He's really good at architecting, like not the fetish, but like actually like mechanics and like all that type of shit. Apparently like he's like gifted and he should be like going to college and like making skyscrapers and shit like that. But he got fixated on VTubers and dinosaurs. Right? The temptations of the Kirsha and the dinosaur Godzilla toys. And then people realize he's too autistic for his own good, so they want to poke and make fun of him. When he should be helping us build great insane buildings. despite the people who want you dead if you have to. Well, the thing is, okay, when they have issues, they fall for the bait. They walk into that, like, rake on the ground and they smack themselves, right? The other people put that shit around them, and then they, like, rage bait them, and then they walk into it and they smack right in the face over and over again. And it's like a really hard, vicious cycle that you really can't get them out of if they're in too deep. If he stayed Dynamaxing honorably, he would have been fine, but VTubers destroyed him, which is sad. Never goon, chat. Never goon too close to the sun, or else you will be like Spino. Oh, hi, Yura. You need the courage to tell a severe enough autist to fuck off. Yeah. And you also need to tell the people, like, why the fuck are you bullying him so severely enough where you're, like, trying to get him to kill himself? That's weird. Right? Because it's, like, groupthink. Right? And if you're the only one that goes, like, hey, wait a minute, they're gonna turn and ban your ass and kick you out. It's happened to me a couple times. Right? But you know, I tell this story all the time, but every time I do that, the other people in that group DM me afterwards and they're like, oh, thank you for speaking up, you know, like, I was scared too, blah, 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 blah. Right? Gotta get them out of the situation for literally everyone's good, yeah. And then you need to, once they're gone, you need to have a real talk with the people that were purposely antagonizing them. Be like, hey, that's fucked up. Like, I understand it's funny. You know, kick the retard. Lol cow, lol lamau. But it's like, come on. You're a grown-ass fucking man. What are you doing? Or a grown-ass woman. No pity for Spino. I don't have pity. But it's like, you could take him out of the enclosure that is harming him and put him somewhere else. Right? You put on the gloves, you pick him up, you take him out of the the guinea pig cage, and you put him in the hamster cage where he belongs. He's a grown adult, there's a point you have to stop trying in their life. The issue is, okay, so with Spino, he's, like, severely autistic. So he's always gonna be, like, stunted mentally and stuff like that, right? And mostly, when I say grown-ass adult, I'm talking about the people that bully them. Right? It's like, you have no excuse, buddy. Don't die, I'm dying. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I used to, like... See, the thing is, I would read about lolcows and stuff like that, but I would always feel bad for them. And want them to get better. And I would always be disappointed when they got worse, right? Because that's just the type of person I am, and I, like, got really upset at people that would purposely do everything they can to make them worse. I don't like when they touch the poo, and they cow tip, and yeah. What was that one guy? The alcoholic guy that died recently. That was actually kind of sad. Because people would send him stuff to feed his addiction so he would, like, literally die, and he did. Like, that's fucked up. Some people are literally demons. I feel bad for locals because I could see how someone like me could have ended up a lot worse, yeah. You just have to get, like, targeted. And if you don't know how to handle it, it's over. Okay, one last thing. I do think it's unfair that people get hit by misunderstanding nukes. Like when Spino was trying to compliment Kirsha but said it wrong and ended up sounding like an insult. That's just tism. That was just his tism. And then other people not understanding his tism, and then their tism also being weird. Gotta treat it like a safari. Watch through the binoculars, but keep hands and feet inside the vehicle. Yeah. Yeah. And again, sometimes you can't fix them, right? Some people really, 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 really try to fix them. And then you start feeling bad for the person that keeps going in and, like, trying to treat the severely autistic rhino. And they keep getting, like, trampled. But they keep trying. You're like, listen, buddy, I don't think you can't hear that rhino. He's just gonna keep mauling you. You need to stop. But I also get wanting to be a good person and try to help. I had a video on my channel about codes. I hate these people that hurt him. Yeah. People are malicious evil. But they are generally awful. Like, if they're awful people and they've done wrong, you report them to the authorities and shit like that. And if the authorities don't do anything, that's when you, Google Docky. Right? If the law enforcement fails, then sadly you do kind of have to do public stuff. Okay, that's what I always get angry about. We're like, you should have kept this public, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, some of this shit, you have to bring into the light. Because it just gets worse when you keep it private. Because that's how they get away with it. And then they can go and hurt someone else because they don't know that they're like that. Right? And this is like severe cases. Most things can be handled in DMs and like, you know, talk it out. But I'm talking about like very malicious people that know how to trick others into thinking they need to keep it private. And then they can just go and hurt someone else. And repeat that cycle. And then they have like bodies of victims. Right? They hide in the grass. Right? If you don't fucking grab that snake and chuck it out of the grass and beat it with a rock, then it's gonna keep lurking in that grass and striking. Tried to handle it in DMs with Remy, but she called the cops on me and I got arrested. But luckily, JP got me out. They're gonna get you one day, Sinnoh. They're gonna get you. It's getting worse. The situation is crazy. Protect Garden, yeah. I don't know. I do sometimes think people are just scared that they're gonna misstep and fuck up and accidentally hurt someone that was actually innocent, right? Which is understandable. That's awful. And that can happen. But I learned my lesson that if you worry too much about that, again, that just leads to more victims. More people hurt. It's sometimes worse than you. Because you caught it like ahead of time. There wasn't like any damage technically. But you like cut off you sidestepped the snake attack, right? You're like, oh shit, okay, well, I better just like, you know, get the fuck out of here. But that snake's still there. And then he see a person that's a little not aware of their like surroundings. And they go for the jugular. My girlfriend I had for a few days had a touch of autism. I wanted a one-day break away from him, and he rang the doorbell for an hour. Had to call the cops on him. It was real sad. Did you tell him that you just wanted like, hey, like, I don't mean this like any like negative way. I just kind of need like a day to myself, or did you just isolate? Because that's another thing. People suck with communication. I just want a day to myself. Oh yeah, that's a case of they're just too autistic for their own good. I don't think you had friends before. Yeah, that always sucks. Yeah. Yeah, that's just life though. Man. We're all little freaks. We're all fucked up. Trust your intuition, present what you need to, and avoid snake, yeah. But the issue is, I can always detect the snake way ahead of time. Right? Like, in this metaphor, before I know it's venomous. Right? So I can't remove that snake from the enclosure. Because I do not have, evidence that it's venomous and will, like, harm others. Right? Which sucks. Right? Sometimes you're too good. Sometimes you're too good at, detecting. Feminism? No. No, that's my schizo powers. No, it's just, okay. So if you don't know, I have been online since I was probably 3 or 4. And actually, like, engaging, right? I have never, ever, ever been, like, quote-unquote groomed or anything like that. Because I always could be like, no, that's weird. And then I would just leave, right? And I've been on the internet for, like, fucking 50 years now. Right? You just kind of pick up patterns, right? And technically, I don't know, just how people, like, talk and carry themselves, you instantly know what they want. And so you arms length them. You're like, okay, buddy, I know what your game plan here. From forum posts from when you were 3 years old. They didn't have a forum. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a fake Club Penguin fan. But I'm glad your schizo powers help you detect ill intent. And again, I'm too good at it where I can't explain to others, hey, that person is bad. And they're like, well, do you have proof? Which is, like, always good to ask, right? But it's like, my proof is, like, my fucking billion years experience online and dealing with these types. They don't know that. They can't experience that. Yeah, proof is important. And it's like, I can't do anything besides warn you. I can't, like, be careful. And they always end up, like, walking over there, getting mauled, and they come back to me, they're like, oh yeah, you're right. And then because you're mauled, at least I have proof now. But it's still fucked up. Right? I mean, can you shake the med bottle and pretend it's a rattle? No. I'm not giving you Ralph simulation. Go get your... What the fuck was he called again? I can't even remember. Which is good. What was his dumb nickname? What was his dumb nickname? Like Pig, Swamp, Hog? No, my med bottle is not empty. I literally just got it. You're trying to check them. You're trying to see how much I've taken. Hog? Maybe, I forget. Oh yeah, the Gunt. I shouldn't say his name too much. I'm gonna summon him somehow. I know what happened to Pippa. I remember. I was there. No, DSP is someone else. Okay, my hope is DSP is all kayfabe. He knows how to make money. And that's by acting like low IQ. Low IQ. I don't want his little army to come over here. They can stay in their corner. We can stay in ours. DSP is gaming the system on purpose, yeah. He knows what he's doing. I think DSP is kayfabe. This could be cope. But I think he knows if he's, like, so bad, people will, like, give him stuff because he's a lolcow. I think he's smarter than people think he is, but not as smart as he thinks he is. Yeah, he's still dumb. But that's kayfabe. If he was kayfabe, he'd be 1K view doing it. Again, he's not smart. But it is an act, right? Did that one tickle the pickle on stream thing? Okay, him jerking off, that was real. But I also think he knows if he acts like a lolcow, he gets money. Yeah, he's literally rage bait. Really, Polly, you're... I could be mean towards you right now. I choose not to. It's exaggerated, but it's definitely not fake. Yeah. Again, kayfabe isn't fake. I guess in wrestling it is. What I mean by kayfabe is he takes himself and he turns it up to 11 for entertainment value. Oh, I was there too. I remember, like, way back when DSP. And I don't know, I noticed him kind of, like, turn it up more. Well, Tier God is similar boat, but he is dumber than DSP. Some people are just genuine like that, but also, when you're on stream, you always amplify yourself just a little bit. Right? Even me, I think. And what did Kiwi say? Oh yeah, that's okay, yeah. I was gonna say LG by DSP, but I think that actually happened once before. If you think about DSP, he wins, yeah. Like, literally us arguing about if he's retarded or not is what he wants. Like, we're all falling for it. We're literally all falling for it right now. This is what these people want. Attention is currency. Hi, Hema. Speaking of retarded, hi, Hema! How long has it been? It's been 40 minutes, okay. Plus he did yoink his thing on stream, so that also doesn't do him any favors. Yeah, no, that was... He did it twice! He is very low IQ. But again, he's... You don't need much IQ to understand rage bait. And that's why everyone does fucking rage bait now. Because you literally need 2 IQ to understand how it works. Because it's literally the most easiest bait for caveman. Caveman Oonga Boonga. Well, money again, I'm not saying he's smart. I'm just saying he knows to play up his retardation. So he can make a little bit of money, but he's too dumb to do it right. Right? Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's smart. You guys think I'm saying he's a mega super genius. No, he's like 10 IQ. He's 10 IQ, but you only need 2 IQ to do rage bait. Does that make sense? Good job streaming. Thanks, bye. Think he secretly is mega super genius? You think a lot of people are secretly super geniuses, and then I have to tell you, no, they're actually very low IQ. And he just does what works. Hi, armchair. Animal intelligence. I don't know. Most people who see it are low IQ. Okay, but it does make sense that low IQ people would be able to mass farm other low IQ people. Also probably because their morals are lower. They're willing to look aside their morals more. I know who actually is a mega super evil usually acts rock stupid. Yeah, but I can usually tell when someone's acting stupid. And that okay, you know how to rage bait me? Pretend to be stupid. And I'll know you're pretending, and then I'll get really angry at you. You don't have to understand why something works to exploit it, yeah. You hit button, sounds happen. So you hit button, sounds happen. You don't have to necessarily know the electricity and the wiring and all that to make button sound whatever. You just hit button. And we got all the characters here. All the characters in chat. Oh shit, wait, is that armchair blah blah blah? Girls that dumb themselves down get you angry? Yes, actually, genuinely, I don't like that kayfabe in VTubing. Like, it's funny to play dumb sometimes, but I really don't like it. When they're, like, very, very obviously, at least to me, pretending hardcore to, like, be the IQ of a 5-year-old, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Oh, Remy is a kayfabe. That's obvious. See, that's obvious to me. It's funny what she tweets about and stuff like that, and some of it's probably lightly true, right? But again, it's played up. Kayfabe and VTubing is all about playing up something. Like, not to ruin it, but like... Okay. Some VTubers are so good at kayfabe, people generally think they're not doing any kayfabe, and it's, like, insane. Right? Those are the super geniuses. See, they're not- okay, you how can I explain so you guys can understand? Again, they could be genuine, but you amplify traits about yourself, and that is what becomes kayfabe, right? Oh, kayfabe is like a wrestling term that VTubing fans adopted, which is like basically playing a character. Kayfabe? Kayfabe? Tell you who they are, trust them? Yeah, that's also true. But it's okay. This is like psychology shit. And if you're not... if you don't know psychology, you know, I can't explain it to you. Because you're plebeians. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully none of you... I hope all of you realize that was me joking. I had to do the Reddit / joking. Sarcasm. / sarcasm? See, sometimes... Okay. Because I'm a little bit monotoned, I have to always remember, in my head it might come off like I'm speaking in a different tone, but in reality it's like not actually shifting. You need to start talking like... I need to learn the dumb VTuber accent and like content creator voice. I don't think I fucking can do it. I'm too like soft-spoken IRL. Slash and joking into the chasm. Actually, I don't see that anymore. I don't see like / sarcasm. Just be yourself. It's good to work on pronunciation and stuff like that. Because I do feel like, because I can't enunciate and like, put emphasis on certain words, some people miss information, right? Sarcastic query, oh no, however, will we survive without lying to the audience? I don't know. Or the Pokimane accent? Okay, so the VTuber accent is like slight, Cali girl, and ending everything in a question mark. Right? And they... most of the Twitch ones do it. I got that autism accent. Wait, do I stop every, like, couple words? I think I do, because I'm, like, trying to think. How can I say this in normal human speak? Because if I just, like Autismo Schizo Rambo'd, none of you would know what the fuck I'm talking about ever. And you would misunderstand me constantly. More so than usual. If I tell you I'm a good person, that's a dead giveaway. Yeah, if someone's always jumping to tell you about all the good deeds they've done, that's a red flag. I don't know. I'm just some guy. It's just weird, I don't know. It's a Rambo stream win. I think I've trained myself too much to not do that while streaming, but I can't turn that off. Right? Wow, seagulls laugh too. I don't know how to describe my laugh, because I think it gets cut off by my sound gate. You being a guy. I mean, it was funny. Technically, I had like light lore way back when it was supposed to be like a venturing rat. But I've never touched on that. I'm just me, I'm just some guy, I'm just a fucking rat. Thinking about the good you accomplished, gay? No, it's okay. I think I posted on Twitter. Someone was like, oh man, VTubing and content and like everything online is like dipping. It's like bad vibes. You know what? I'll pull it up. Let me actually say word for word. I'll say what I said back to them. It can't just be me, so I'll ask, does VTubing feel different lately? The boom definitely is definitely over and the hype outside of corpos is dying down. It feels as though indies are struggling so much against a system stacked against us. Not just that, but the overall vibe feels off too. Right? I said, almost 3 years being an indie on YouTube, I feel like things have always been slowly going up for me. I like to do grounding checks, remind myself of everything my community has achieved and what we can try for next. Don't over panic about what you think you're seeing from others. You're going to feed into destructive mindset that others will see, spreading even more panic. Right? Because I have this last, I would say 6 months, everyone's like, oh my god, the numbers are stagnating. It's going down. Oh, VTubing the bubble. Oh, all the corpos are on fire. And it's like, if you worry about the burning, like, the town over burning down, right, then also burning down your town, yeah, of course, like, it's gonna be bad times for you. Jimmy isn't the same as during the pandemic. Wow, who would have guessed? Yeah. Okay, you know what's funny? I have been watching VTubing since 2017. Hell, I have FaceRig, the, like, dumb application. I bought it a long ass time ago. And the last time I opened it was 2015. Right? I've been in this fucking field for a long time, at least as a fan, right? And so many people came in during COVID that they don't know what it was like beforehand. And I've, like, seen everything. I've seen every way a corpo can explode, how they mistreat their talents, NDs stabbing each other. Like, I was watching some indies even before COVID. Like, way back when. And it's like, every time something happens, everyone's like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. VTubing is over. Right? Every time. It's almost been 10 years, and every time something bad happens, oh my god, VTubing will never recover. And it's like, well, if you give it power and you keep going, right, of course it's gonna be fucking over for you. Right? Like, oh, my Oshi graduated, it's Jover. I was like, well, go watch them as their new life. Or find someone else, right? It's like this weird, okay, I understand why it's like this because of the parasocial tie, the bond, right? That anime character, you've bonded with them. And now they're dead. The magic has been tainted. But you know what you do? If you go, oh, it's Shover, goodbye, then yeah, the magic will fucking die. Right? You allowed it to die in your hands because it was slightly injured. Some people do not have the mental fortitude to process blah 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 drama, yeah. I don't know, I think I'm just used to it. Because again, I've seen it all. All I do is shrivel up in the corner and cry. If at first you don't succeed, give up. Like, I was bummed out when Vesper, like, disappeared for a month and then, you know, got fucking shotgunned in the back of the head. You know? But it's like, I still pop in on Randon streams occasionally, and he's, like, doing fine. And that did kind of, like, fuck up the magic for Hollow Stars for me, but I still, like, occasionally poke in on Bettle. And it's like, I could kill that magic and just completely drop all of them. Right? Because I know there was probably some evil bullshit, like, crap going on with that whole situation, and I kind of know. But it's like, I'm not gonna allow that to ruin fun. I'm very anti humor pill and just like laying down and just dying, right? Like people are like, oh, corporals will never work, it's Jover, all corporals should just die. It's like, no, just because some corporals fuck off, which happens in everywhere, like, not every company's gonna make it. I think in every industry, like, what is it, like 80% death rate on everything with corpos because every idiot wants to make one when they see money. But you don't just all give up because, like, 80% of them fucking exploded. Corpos are great for a lot of folks, just not everyone, yeah. I don't know, I really thought about, like, corpos and stuff, and there are actual, like, evil corpos, and they should explode, right? And they have. Look, if you notice, even with, like, the flesh streamers, right? Once they get really massive, they all have something backing them. They all have talent agencies or something like that. Not in the same vein as, like, you know, Hololive or whatever, but, like, Mythic, stuff like that. Was it OTK, right? You want to be, like, super professional and make it a job and, like, expand and get, like, more income from other sources besides streaming. You need a system like that. Politics are a huge part of who you are. You should be indie instead of corpo, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. When you go corpo, that's a job. And at your job, you have to work with your coworkers even if you don't like them. You have to sometimes put your feelings and morals and, like, whatever against, like, a coworker aside to get something done. Right? That's just how it works, because at the end of the day, you're there to make money, and the corpo's there to make money. And if you both make money, you both happy, corpo can do more thing, you can do more thing, you can live happy. Right? Right? Of course, there's, like, a line there, right? When they take their talents to the brothels. Oh, that's the line. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a baby or two to make Hollywood. That's just business. Something the baby's just gotta know. See, the thing is, you don't need that. You don't need that. And people that tell you that you run away from those fucking freaks. You run away from them. I don't know. Also, the issue with Niji is they're very Japan company minded. So they mind break you into thinking you are nothing without the company. And that's just normal practice over there, and Niji's, like, does it very strong-handedly. Right? And VTuber companies all copy each other. Somewhat. So some of them do adapt that too. But that also just kind of comes with VTuber corpos, because it's like you have to trick your talents into not just running away. You have to make them loyal. Very JP, and they didn't give a shit about foreign branches until they very suddenly took direct control, yeah. Yeah, because they... I don't know, it's more resources, more issues, and apparently they didn't even have, like, real English managers. They had, like, minimum wage, probably knows a little bit English, fucking managers. See, okay. Again, I think Niji's problem is they just hire people with big number. They're like, oh, you got big number and pass, you can make us money. And they didn't check for personality types, right? And then they didn't really have good managers that gave a shit. So then it's like... it's just a complete fucking chaos. And then, you know, people see, oh, there's a power gap here. Let me just put myself in there. I think okay, that's my read on Niji, right? That's Niji Ian at least, right? That's my read. Because I generally don't know what actually happened. That's just, like, from everything public-ish? Big egos behind big numbers equals big trouble, yeah. Yeah. And they happened to get fucking superstars for the first few waves, so it got big enough to begin causing issues, yeah. And then they would, like, fuck up, like, really cool, projects for the talents non-stop, because they didn't necessarily care about that. They just wanted money. And make shareholder happy. Which, okay. To have a healthy, corpo, I think going public is always a fucking mistake, but you need to have a balance of giving your talents a treat occasionally, right? To keep them happy. You can't give them everything, of course, but sometimes you give the little VTuber treat, and they go, wow, maybe this company actually cares about me. And then you cannot give them another treat for like a couple months, and then once they go, they get a little fidgety, you give them another treat. Also, okay. Supposedly, okay, there's no confirmation on this, and I do not have any inside information, and I'm not saying that for any blah 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 bullshit reason. But I think there probably is a weird thing going on in FaZe where they grew a little too fast. So some talents probably do feel neglected. And like other shit. Right? Of course you can never treat like all your talents fairly. Because of course you're gonna want to give sponsors to your bigger ones because they have bigger numbers. And the sponsors want to work with them. Right? But it's like, are you giving anything to your underdogs? Because sometimes your underdogs just need a little, like, special treatment to boost them up. Right? I'm not coddling them, I'm just, like, covering my ass because people will be like, oh my god, are you secretly talking to the fishman and you know all inside information, blah blah blah. It's like, no, this is me been viewer since start. I did not pass out, I'm just dying, leave me alone. I mean that Rise on Kim for ancestors will eat themselves eventually. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know how they get their money, I'm pretty sure it's merch. And I think Fishman uses merch as a loan. That's why it takes so fucking long to get it. And besides, you know, manufacturers being garbage. He uses that money elsewhere. And then he has to get that money back from, you know, other sources. And then he can actually get the merch, right? Which is kind of risky, but it's also kinda okay. He is riding hard on, like, the fans' goodwill. And eventually that will break, because it kind of broke for me with merch. Because I don't want to fucking wait a year for this shit. Right? Where's my fucking Mari underscore Ian card binder? Where are my plushies? Where's my plastic crap? Huh? It's literally been like 7 months. And you know what sucks too? If you put certain things in an order together, they'll only give it to you when it's all there, right? So you have to be very careful with what you put in your cart and group together. At least I have my Sleepy and Mari standee, thank god. But I want that fucking card fucking binder. I want to put my Pokemon cards in there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the merch thing will ever get better. Because again, he's using it to help cycle money into other places. I order new merch when old merch hasn't arrived yet. Because it's like, you want to support the talents and the company. But I also want to know I'll get the goods that I paid for. Right? And then some of the merch, I'm gonna say, is like, sucks. Fishman cannot do stickers. He always just reuses art for the stickers, and it's like, that is not sticker art. Okay? As someone that has sold the stickers myself now, and is very autistic in collecting stickers, I'm personally offended that he's not considering he can make good sticker merch. which I need to get some stuff rolling. And then I'm like looking into basically a dropship merch thing where you order it and they just send it to you, and then I don't dox myself, and then I get money. Right? And then I get to make the merch. I get to put the art in, make the thing, and then you buy it, and then I get cut, and then you get the product quickly. Right? And if that works out, then I could make fucking merch of other people too, like Broline, because he's not gonna have his own merch. I'm gonna have to do that all by myself. Hi, JP. If I had money, I'd buy phase merch from other people that already have it. Like, you get it on time. But that's old merch. If I had money, I'd buy way too much phase merch and just post pictures of piles of hundreds of pounds of merch on my Twitter. People already do that. Okay, I'm upset I broke my panko standee. I was dumb and I accidentally stepped on it because I was rearranging stuff. And her head snapped off. And it was con exclusive. It was the con exclusive panko. It's not fair. Yeah, I accidentally stepped on it and then it snapped. If I had money, I'd definitely support the people I like more if I had a lot of money. Okay. I talk about this a lot. Okay, my goal in VTuber content creating, like anything, right? Ow. Thank you for the 5,000
Paksu Yunen7E said also, how are you suffering from disease? I thought you were immune
also,
to everything.
How are you suffering from
Do a little
diseases?
dance.
I thought you were immune
maybe
to everything.
It will reduce the illness.
Dance, maybe no. I'm too sick to dance. Too sick. Also, I'm not immune to everything. I'm actually very weak to certain things. I don't know what the fuck I'm dying from, but thank you for the 5,000 Korean pennies. I set things on my bed. I was being dumb. And I was rearranging things. And then, sadly, the red panda exploded. I'm sad because I think that's my only, like, panko thing. Oh, thank you for the $10, Hima. Wait, you're dying quick? No. Hima? Okay, everyone, every other Janny, gain up on Hima and kill him. He's dono begging. He's e-begging for me, kill him. Kill him. Okay, what was I saying beforehand? Shit. Got me off topic. Oh yeah. I realized the only thing I want out of, like, making stuff online and posting it, like, streaming, like, anything, right? Is I want to make cool, and I want to help others make cool. Right? If I boil everything down to its bare necessities, like, whatever, the thing I want out of this is to make cool and help others make cool. Because more cool in the world make me happy. And make others happy, which makes me happy. Right? That is my evil, selfish, agenda. Yeah, something interesting. And if you can't, then I like to help other people, like, get together and do something. Which I have been. Right? I like it when cool things happen. Right? And, like, going back to that tweet, it's like, instead of focusing
at the Armcha 1R expert said heal.
Not cool things, and like, oh my god, cool things might be gone forever. Well, you know how you fix that? You make more cool things. Also, thank you, Armchair, for the 10 Aussie dollars, which is like $1. Heal. I like how when you send, like, whatever, throw steak at me. Also, thank you for the Fred Fake for the $1. You can just make things. It's not easy, but you can do it. Yeah. Yeah, and if I can't make things, I encourage other people to make things, right? Like, if I had a shit ton of money, okay, when I'm a 4view, a really dumb idea I want to do is, like, go on VGen and find all the people that do character design stuff.
At RickBane01 said give money to make cool things.
Send them all the same, like, references like all that and see what they all make.
At Lulu Tila said Sana Sonico leader to Rana.
And then and we take them all together, we somehow bash it together to make the ultimate version of that thing. But that'd be a lot of fucking money. Because I'm paying for a lot of art. But I don't know. I think that would be fun. So thank you for the $5. Rick. Give money to make cool thing. Stop speaking in your weird tongues at me, Lulu. But thank you for the $2. Be financially irresponsible and give all our money to raimAI. No. Bro, pay your bills. Pay your fucking bills. I'm dying because diseases or something. I don't know. I need to go to the doctor, but it's kind of hard. Okay, it's been over an hour. We can wrap up, I think. No, pay your bills so you have a fucking roof over your head and food. Before she... No, fuck you. I'm sending a funny package to you, Hima. Thanks for streaming, though you've been freaking... See, if I wasn't ill, I would have done a stream where I drew, I kind of want to, like, draw regular art. But I kind of want to, like, make a new guy. Just for fun. I want a character design for fun. Because sometimes it's fun to have new little guys to play dolls with. But yeah. Maybe on Friday if I feel better. Or I could just do it not on stream. That's another thing. I wish, like, Pippa and, like, others did more art streams. I know she, like, drew a car recently. I don't understand why bigger, people don't stream drawing art. One, because they'll probably get, like, shit, like, views on it. And two, it's kind of embarrassing. There's, like, thousands of people staring at you, judging you as you draw. And it's gonna look like shit for a long time. Right? So it's really, 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 like, peer pressure, awful vibes. And it does, like, a nerf to your numbers. But I like to do it because I know it encourages other people to make fun stuff too. But again, I want to make cool and help others make cool. Right? So I know I have convinced some people fucking start drawing again. 300 people judging you while you're drawing is also a strange feeling, I'm sure. Yeah. You feel the eyes on you, the pressure. And then you also have to be entertaining. I don't know. Not entertain, play funny new game. Pull up Reddit streamer. My pony and most art streams are kind of boring. You need to be able to draw fast. Yeah, see, I like it because I like watching people draw. And it's like a nice vibe. What do you use to draw? Okay. My thumbnails. I use MS Paint and I draw with my mouse. Otherwise, I have a Huion tablet I got on sale on a Black Friday many years ago. And then I use Clip Studio Paint. And then for pixel art, I have Sprite. Ow, thank you again for the 5,000 Korean pennies. Last donut because I got class. Yes, I'm back to college. RIP, brother. Anyways, real heal, blah blah blah. Thank you. I'll live to entertain us. They're gonna hook me up to the machines. So I can live forever, yap forever. With your mouth? Yeah. You know what sucks? Okay. Here's a little bit of lore thing. The reason why I draw my thumbnails in MS Paint is because before I started streaming, I didn't know how to draw people. I can draw other things, right? Pretty good. But people have always been like weird gangly things that don't make sense to me. So I thought, you know, the best way to learn is to start literally from the basis, right? MS Paint mouse, so then the pressure of it looking good is removed. And I can just kind of like memory muscle the shape of what a person is. And then I can build up, which I have, right? And people now complain my MS Paint doodles are too good. It's like, I'm sorry I got goated at MS Paint mouse art, okay? I'm sorry. Just use AI to gen art and fake the time-lapse easy. You know what's funny? Okay, if you don't know, Flavr is actually bases off of AI art. And if you go all the way to my oldest VODs, those are AI art. But I kind of wanted to start making shit myself, because that's the purpose of Flavr. Is it's like a jumping off board. You take an AI concepts and you make it real, right? I've done that by making stuff myself, saving up money from donations that you guys give me to get assets that are better skilled than me, because I definitely cannot draw a background like this. Which, by the way, I usually credit everyone in my description, by the way. I know no one looks down there, but I usually... And if I use, like, fan art or something for thumbnails, I credit them. There is a case study that proves you don't need a $1 trillion model to start streaming. Okay. I did get lucky, though, because Nice and Non made me a Vroid model. So I was gonna be a PNG tuber, right, for however long. But I got very lucky and someone was very generous, and most people don't have that. So there is a slight difference. We have a nice community that likes to help people, like, get started. If they're okay with, like, AI and, like, kind of scuff stuff. That's the whole point. It's like training wheels. It's a sandbox. And then you build up. As someone with no morals, use AI art to make an OC, then draw it in your style in a mouse. Eh. See, I'm not anti-AI, I'm neutral AI. I do think it's good to spitball ideas off of. But I don't want to cheat too much. Because I actually want to be able to do it myself, right? At least to an extent. Right? Sure, I'll use, like, a bunch of references and maybe, like, have a 3D model in Clip Studio Paint to help fucking understand what I'm looking at, because people still confuse me. Fun fact, boobs confuse me. I kind of figured out, I just draw, like, a pill, and then my brain can understand the form. Because I've never drawn boobs before until I started drawing Anime Woman recently. Like, I drew Sleepy a couple times, and I'm like, holy shit, how the fuck do boobs work? Yeah, boobs are easy if you're a gooner, and all you know how to draw is, like, Anime Woman. But you have to understand, I grew up drawing Pokemon. Pokemon do not have boobs. I could draw a funny little creature. I can do pixel art, and I can do cool objects with really nice rendering. I'm not gonna start gooning. Actually, okay, people are so fucking complex, especially, like, the boobs and genitalia. Bro. That's how you know I'll never, like, give in to the evil, is because I'm not learning how to draw that, because it's too much. It's too complex. And it, like, really matters if you're doing gooner art. Like, that's, like, the focal point, so you have to get it just right. I ain't about that. You can just look at yourself. Okay, the thing is, you can look at yourself, but your hand doesn't have the muscle memory to draw the shape right. Right? Because you have hands. Draw a perfect hand right now. Without tracing. Right now. Draw a perfect fucking hand right now. Good luck. Good luck, kid. That's right, your hand doesn't know how to draw itself. And yet the brain knows how to name itself. Skill issue. Okay. Draw me hands? It's not drawing anything! But yeah, it's always funny when someone that follows me and doesn't know shit about Flavr and they're, like, very anti-AI, and it's like, do they know? Do they know at, like, the foundation of Flavr's AI? I don't know. AI is fun to play around with, and you can use it to help with certain, like, dumb shit and, like, tools and stuff like that. AI is best used as a tool to build on top of. Not just have the whole thing be AI, because then that thing's gonna fucking explode. That AI is like fucking your cousin. It feels pleasant, but if you no, it ain't right. Yeah, yeah, I would say yeah. AI art is like fucking your cousin. Real and true. My chat would know. They have experience in that. About hands and opposable thumbs, you can't be gaming. Wrong. They literally make like gaming setups for disabled people that don't have limbs. You can still game, you just have to be smart about it. Some beers like, what? Fucking close to water. Listen. And AI art, it's good for spitballing ideas and stuff, especially if you don't know where to find references. Okay, I really hate artists that are like, oh my god, don't send me any AI references. It's like, they couldn't find what they wanted in references, so they generated it, right? As close as they could. And they're coming to you, paying you a real artist money to make it better in actual art. And you're spitting in their face. Like, what the fuck is that logic there? What the fuck is that logic? Like, they are literally coming to you, real artist, John Artist, and they are giving you money. The thing you think AI will take away from you. And you spit in their face. This person spitting in my face at least cute? No, most artists are goblins. As an artist myself. Don't get me on my artist rant. Okay. I hate most other artists, or at least like artist communities, because it's so... If you think like VTubing is cutthroat, go into an art community like Discord or like place. Bro, it's so fucking... The atmosphere is so weird. It's like dense. It's a weird, dense atmosphere. I don't like it. They all like dick suck one person, and they won't even look at you. And it's like, hi, I'm a new artist. I really would like if someone could like give me a little feedback. Ignored. John Anime Boob Man with a million followers comes in. Fucking anime girl T-posing on white background. Oh my god! Oh, he did it again! Oh, you're so goated! You're so goated! It's like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Artists are worse than VTubers gatekeeping for professionalism? It's so weird. They like... Artists want to kill each other, and it's like, bro, I just want to make cool... Like, we can both, like, be like, damn, that's a nice, right? Yeah, you're making a comic? Let's talk about that. Maybe we can spitball, bounce off ideas. It's like, no. You're like, no. I'm more superior. My art is more artistic and, deep than your tuner slop. I will make them fat, brown, and ugly on purpose. To fight back against the patriarchy. And it's like, okay, yeah, you can do that if you want. And then they see you drawing, like, normal anime, and they go, you can't do that! Ah! And it's like, whoa, listen, you can draw your stuff, I can draw mine. I love you, flighty, angsty about everything. Oh, yeah, and also, like, the artists, okay. I think 70% of artists should not be taking, like, commissions, because they cannot handle that. They shit and piss themselves and run into the woods, and then you'll never get your money or art. It's like, please. Please, I just wanted something. I just like your art, please. It could have been mediocre. It could have been mediocre. It's not even that order. I don't know. The thing is, okay, I will admit, back on DeviantArt, I was kind of like that because I was a dumb kid and I took on too many commissions. I underpriced myself to hell. Literally like 10 points, which was 10 pennies. And I took on like 20 commissions at once. So of course my ADHD fucking brain was gonna be overloaded and then overwhelmed. But at least I refunded people. Right? And then I never took commissions again for like a bunch of years until like recently. Because I matured and I understand now. Find a good artist who can actually make things in a reasonable time. Keep them very close. Oh, that's like another thing in VTubing. Is like I love being a repeat customer on artists that I know that do good work. Like I'm gonna try to get a new background from the same person that made this one because he did good work, right? Hell, this Chibi model is the same person that made the other Chibi model because they did good work, right? If you treat me well, I will treat you well. I will come back and I will talk good about you and everything, right? Because again, I like cool, I like supporting cool, and if someone's cool and they make cool for a reasonable price and they're like easy to work with. Hello, I would like a second serving, please. Have retired shortly after I calmed them and ran away, lol. Hema, you're too scary. Also, another thing I've learned with the artist is just talk to them like a person, because then it, like, makes them relax a little bit. And then, like, nudge them and, like, joke around and, like, whatever, right? Be like, I would say a slight professionalism, but also human. Genuine. Because that'll make them relax. They'll be like, oh, okay. And then, you know, they'll, like, warm up to you. And then they'll have the parasocial bond with you, and then they have to give you a commission. I've been blessed with meeting good and professional artists, yeah. See, the thing is, I know I had to tard wrangle my ADHD with art commissions, which, fuck, man, I have my VGen. I think some people sent in requests, but then I got sick and died for a bit, and I forgot about it, and I was better, and then I got sick and died again. I didn't accept them. So technically, nothing bad happened, but I think I forgot about it. I need to look at that. I'm not scary. I'm incredibly personable and cute and fluffy. Will more money make you feel better? No. It'll make me feel worse. Listen, that's another thing, is I keep getting sick and forgetting things. Because I'm dead in bed, and I can't go to my computer. I vomit. And then on little phone, I can't do things. Because it's a shitty-ass $50 Walmart phone that doesn't have any data on it. Ugh, but yeah. But yeah, chat. Okay. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I should probably stop so I don't die. Where's the thing above? Here it is. Wait. You're so intimidated by your sick ass moonbase. Thing with you, Hema, is I think you might be explaining it weird. So they get intimidated and then they have like imposter syndrome or something, and then just go, oh, I can't do that, and then they run away. Right? I always contest someone when they're like that. I was like, oh no, I think you can do it. Like, even if it's not that, like whatever, we can work through it. I can help you find resources and shit like that. Right? I don't know. I'm very personable with them, and I'll, like, talk to them, and I'll be like, hey, we can work, like, through this, even if it takes a little longer. And you need a little more, like, another, like, $50. Because, like, one of the artists I commissioned, she was, like, really Manhara, and she's like, I don't know if I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's okay. Here, look, I'll help you a bit. And then she did it. She did it. Again, I like making cool and helping others make cool. Maybe I was born to be a tard wrangler manager. I don't know. Wait, where the fuck is the thing where I can pick someone to raid? Where is it? The fuck, am I dumb? Hold on, chat. Oh, here it is. I am dumb. Maybe I do have a fever. Maybe my brain's, like, melting. You know what? I'll send you the Wiki. I do wrangle a lot of people. That's the thing I do behind the scenes, is I'm the wrangler middleman. I will, like, someone's like, oh, I really want to talk to this person. And, like, if I'm a mutual, I'm like, okay. Makes group DM with them. Hi. And they go, oh. And And then I start talking normal in that group DM, and then, you know, it works out usually, kind of. I force engagement. Okay. Anyways. I think I set it up right. Okay. The thing is, I don't know how to play to Corpo because I don't know what I need to put on the fucking, papers. The resume. Because I think you need provable criteria. And I don't know resume speak. And I suck at lying. And I think you need to do a little bit more than card wrangling as a manager. Like, I don't know how to deal with deals and, like, shit like that. Like, the business money shit. But anyways, thank you guys. I guess for chilling for a bit. The best Midwestern goodbye. Shut the fuck up! But yeah. I'll see you Friday. If I'm feeling better, we'll do more fun. If not, it'll probably be another yapping stream or I'll be dead. Either or. But also don't forget the funny model and my birthday is April 4th. 4/4. Remember. I'll be posting fun teaser shit posty garbage. And schizo posting. Yeah. So look forward to that. Okay, guys, bye-bye. Bye-bye, be nice to Vicky. Bye-bye. The fuck is it? Where's it? There it is. Bye-bye.